welcome back to my sparkly jewellery vlogs. It's lovely to have your company. The video that you're about to see is taken from my live Friday night show, which I host each week over on Facebook. Today I'm going to be showing you some wonderful contemporary silver jewellery, some new Blue John jewellery, my absolute favourite, and I know it's some of your favourites too, and some labradorite jewellery as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's listen in. And it's Friday night. Woo! Hi everybody. Happy Friday. It's lovely to have your company on this beautiful Friday evening in June. Gorgeous weather here in Derbyshire. A little bit cooler today, but that's all right. It's been scorching this week. Look at my tan. Yeah, it's about as brown as I go. So I'm usually blue, and then I turn white when I get in the sun, and it's great. And sometimes I turn red if I'm not careful, and then back to blue again, and that's the cycle of my summer. I hope you're having a fabulous week wherever you are, and that you've had some of the sunshine as well. I know a lot of you sending me pics of you in your jewellery in the sun. Keep them coming. Love them. It's lovely to see you wearing our jewellery. Now I've got some beautiful new jewellery pieces to show you tonight. I hope you're going to be as excited as I am about them, because I am tremendously excited about them. We've got some gorgeous contemporary silver. I've got some new Blue John, which has just literally arrived today. So Adam's been taking care of that, Mr. Sparkles, and getting that ready for me to show you tonight, and some labradorite as well. So all very exciting. If you are watching along, then do pop on and say hi. It's always lovely to know that I've got your company. And I'm going to start with the first piece of jewellery tonight, which is these gorgeous earrings. Now, there's something about contemporary silver for summer. It is so wearable. It goes with every single outfit in your wardrobe, and you can mix and match it with all of your other jewellery. It's just a tremendous piece to wear, always. Now, I love the length of these earrings. Earrings have been getting longer again recently, which I love. Happy Friday to Linda. Sparkle time, says Linda. I'm sat here in my sparkle jewellery. I love it. That's amazing. And happy sparkly Friday to Georgina. Lovely to have your company tonight. Oh, I love that. Happy evening to Becky Boo. Happy Friday. Cheers, says Becky, and cheers to you. It's lovely to be with you tonight. So we've got these long, gorgeous earrings, and these are so summer. You can wear them right the way through the year, but they're just asking to go to a concert in the park, aren't they? Or to be walking barefoot down a beach, which we can do. We can do that this week. Yeah, it's warm enough, finally. Hurrah! And equally beautiful, of course, just sitting in your garden. So this is all silver. You can see each piece is a little bar and joined, so it's all articulated, so they'll move. A little ball in the middle. Let me show you on an ear stick so you can get an idea of the length. So how's your week been? What have you been up to? A lot of you coming to see me this week, which has been lovely. Thank you for that. And if you've had your order, if you've placed your order on the website, they've all been posted, so they've all gone out, unless you've ordered in the last sort of 10 minutes while I've been getting ready. Look at the length of these. Aren't they amazing? I just adore them. I love them. They're beautiful. And they're not too chunky. They're not heavy. So they're a nice weight. So they're going to be nice and easy to wear, which is always a nice thing, I think. I've got some statement earrings that when I put them in, I can have them in for a little while. So they're sort of an evening earring, and then that's it really, after the evening. But these I could easily wear for the whole evening because they're nice and light, and they're such a showstopper. Nice and spinny roundy, aren't they? My technical term there. Happy Friday to Kathleen. Lovely to have your company. Linda says upcycling furniture. Oh, that sounds fun. What have you been upcycling this week? That sounds really good fun. Very creative. I'm not surprised. You're a very creative person, which is very lovely. It's nice weather as well, isn't it, if you're painting, because you can do that in the garden, can't you? If you want to paint outside, and it'll all be dry. Let me take this earring out so I can show you without that Blue John background. There we go. I was chatting to somebody today about, what's that, about upcycling? I can't remember. It was about antique furniture of some sort. I was having a chat. There we are. Look at that. Shoulder dusters. Aren't they beautiful? And they're nice in that contemporary silver as well, because you wouldn't necessarily need anything else, but you easily could. So let's take those off there. So if you, oh, sit still. There you go. So if you had sort of a, you know, let's pretend that's a higher neck, then you could easily get away with just earrings, should you want to. And then if you wanted to add just a little talk in there, then you could do that as well, couldn't you? Whoops, I've got my heart-shaped one on today. Let's show you. Because again, all silver, so it would match in really nicely. That's it. There. And have that plain. And then if you wanted to, obviously you could dress it up in a little bit more. So they'll easily take you from daytime to nighttime, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Very tactile, nice and smooth, which is always lovely. Linda says small tables and garden chair too hot for paint. Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. You're probably drying too quickly. Yeah, of course. I forgot this is the other end of the spectrum there, isn't there, that it's going to be too quick. It has been that hot as well, hasn't it? Pauline says, evening sparklies, hope I haven't missed anything. Evening, Pauline. No, these are the first pieces, so you're fine. It's earrings first tonight. These gorgeous long earrings. Yeah, too hot for paint. Never thought of that. It has been just so hot, hasn't it? I've on our 2 days off this week, so Tuesday and Wednesday, I got up early with the puppies and I had to take them out before it got too warm, because it was just, for the rest of the day they were just like this under the fans at home. And they were running in and out. They've gone quite quiet now actually. When they came in, obviously they went to see Joyce, they went to see our neighbour, but then they were very excited and up at the window and down in the garden and up at the window. So I don't know what was happening out there. Something was happening. There was a bird or something probably in the garden. Maybe the magpies are back, I don't know. These are £65 and they're absolutely gorgeous. They are new in this week, so you are the first people to see them. Had to add a bangle to my stack, I'll confess to you, because I know that you won't judge me. I've had to add the hammered silver and copper bangle to my bangle stack. More jangly bangles for summer, that's the way to go, I think. Good evening to Henny, lovely to have your company tonight. Pauline said, looked into your shop window on Wednesday. Ah, thank you very much. Fabulous items on show. Oh, thank you, Pauline, that's so lovely. Did you notice that Mr. Sparkles has put the lights on? I'm trying to feel where my talk is now, there it is. Yeah, so he put the lights on so you could see in on Wednesday. Very clever, that Mr. Sparkles. So when you're walking past sometimes now, yeah, you'll see that all the windows are lit up. Amanda says, sorry I'm late. Amanda, that's okay. You are worth the wait. I'm glad you could join us and you're not too late. We were just showing these long earrings, the contemporary silver at £65. So those ones, that's the length. And then also in the contemporary silver, I have a new bangle to show you. This has got a fab texture if you're a fan of the hammered silver. And I've decided to call it a squoval bangle, because as you can see they're squared off ovals and they're all hammered silver. It's a cuff style, but it's nice and neat fitting to your wrist. So because it's a flat profile silver, it's going to fit nicely on there. We've got wrapped silver around the center, and let me just show you how this one looks when she's on your wrist. Ta-da. I'm gonna have to put that earring back in now. I just realised that that's, yeah, there we are. So there. So she's just really nicely, again, so summery because she's just quickly on and off, and she looks so nice on your wrist. I don't think you would need anything else with that. I think she's going to look just beautiful on her own. You could layer her, I'm assuming, she says, stripping her bangles. Let's have a look. So you could, if you wanted to, could maybe with one, maybe with your skinny, you know, your hammered skinny bangle that we do. Hang on. Let's just try with one. I've not got a very skinny one on. I'll try with my graduated bangle, my thick thin. There, that's better, isn't it? So maybe with one, and that's kind of the star of the show then, the hammered piece, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Really nice and comfortable to wear, really easy to put on and off. And again, the bonus with this collection is that it sits so nicely with all of your other pieces, which is lovely. Pauline says the bangle is fabulous. Thank you. Amanda says very 60s. It is actually. I'd not considered that, but it is very 60s, isn't it? And really nice, as I say, to mix up and match up with all of your other jewellery. So it would go nicely with those long earrings that we've just shown. It would sit really nicely in that collection. It would mix in with all of your other silver pieces. It's got a little bit of give, so you'll be able to open it up a little if you need to. You'll be able to close it up a little, a tiny little if you need to. But as always with your cuff bangles, and this is any cuff bangles that you buy, we want to avoid doing that. So the sort of opening, closing, because it's going to weaken the silver. So the silver gets metal fatigue. Oh, which and over time, if we keep doing this, open, close, it will break because the metal will get fatigued. So we don't want to do that. But what we can do, if we want to, is just ever so slightly inch it open. And with this bangle, you would go on over your wrist. So we were sitting like that. So some bangles, the full bangles, of course, they go on over your hand, but normally a cuff you will put on over your wrist and just sit that on like that. And that's going to sit nicely all day long. It's going to be nicely catching the light as you go about your daily business, doing what you need to do. Linda says, too special for a mixture, it's a star. Yeah, I think you're right. I think she does look fab, just on her own, shining and sparkling there. She's £175, this one, 175, and she's going to look fab. I would love that as an armlet. Wouldn't that look great? I'm not going to do it, don't worry. After just telling you about metal fatigue, but wouldn't that look great as an armlet? But yeah, there she is as a bangle. Absolutely gorgeous. Love her. And then sticking with the contemporary silver theme, we've got a really nice bracelet. This one is gorgeous and just screams summer again to me. She's a Greek key design, so nice geometrical pattern there, geometric pattern, and really nice heavy silver, not too over the top, but you can feel that you're wearing her. She's a nice weight, nice and hammered, but look at the hammered texture. Can you see, it's kind of a speckled hammered, so a smaller hammered than your bangle. So your bangle's quite a wide hammer, this is quite a smaller, and I like that. I think it really, really suits the piece. It gives it a wonderful, wonderful texture. Now the clasp on this is fab, a square clasp with a T-bar fastening. So let's just put her on so you can see what she looks like on your wrist. So she'll go over, and because she's a T-bar, she's nice and easy to fasten, and she's a curved T-bar, which I love, because not only does it make it easier to fasten, but it makes it nice and comfortable to wear as well, and nice and secure. Now I know that some of you aren't a fan of T-bars, and that is absolutely fine. If it's not your thing, then I can pop a nice lobster claw or a carabiner claw on there for you instead. That's absolutely fine, don't worry. Just let me know when you pop in and I'll do that for you. And let me know if you're ordering online, just put a note in with your order, because there's no charge for that. So where it says notes about your order, just put clasp required like that. I look a picture of a lobster or anything. Yeah, I'll know what you mean. There. I always smile when I say it, because I say, I know what you mean. And then maybe Adam will be doing the orders one day and he'll say, there's a thing here that's got a clasp and then a picture of a lobster. What on earth? I think he'd get it though. I think he'd get it. Look how beautifully this sits on your wrist, and let me show you why. It's because the pieces aren't flat. They have a slight dome to them. It's a lovely, lovely design for that reason. So this is the back, and you know what I say about a piece of jewellery. If you can turn it up, turn it over, look at the back, and it's as pretty as the front, then it's really nicely finished. Pauline says, actually, the bangle would fit my upper arm. Pauline, you know it probably would. Oh, I'm so jealous. You're going to have it as an armlet, aren't you? Oh, it's good. Yeah, that would look amazing as an armlet, actually. So nice and smooth on the back, and you could almost turn that. Well, you could, should you want to. You can't because of the way that it's slightly domed, which is what I'm going to tell you about now. But you could wear that backwards. It's that nice. So let me kind of show you in profile because I think you'll get a better idea of what I mean. Do you see? So instead, although this piece is geometric, instead of it being flat to your wrist, each link is slightly curved. So it's going to fit beautifully. And it does feel wonderful when you pop that on your wrist. It sits so nicely. Let's show you again. So she's going to sit, I think she sits at about 8 inches, there or thereabouts. I'm just judging by where she is on my hand. It's my very unscientific way of doing that. I would say she's about 8 inches. I'm just going to tell you now if I can make her any smaller, should you want to, or if I can make her any larger, should you want to. I can. So I can make her a little bit smaller or a little bit larger. So I could take a couple of these links out. We're going to need to leave a couple in because if we take too many out, then you kind of need the looseness to make it, make her easy to fasten, to put her on your wrist. Because if you're too short, that's going to be quite a difficult ask. So you need to have a couple of the rings there just to give you some length to pop that in. That's it. In. And if you want to make her longer, then I can do that. I can just add some little rings in there. So easily done, easily done. I'll measure her before I put her online, but I would say she's going to sit about 8 inches there or thereabouts. So let me pop her off and show that texture again. So this one is £245, 245, and again mixing and matching. So you can see already she's mixing and matching with everything that I've got on today. So, which I think, means that she needs to go in my collection, doesn't it? Absolutely. So she's going to match in with all of your silver jewellery. And if you've been wanting to wear more jewellery, the summer is a good time because we've got that change of season now and we're coming into summer and it feels like summer finally. I know it's been summer for quite a while, but now's a good time to kind of look at what you're wearing, and if your New Year's resolution was to wear more jewellery or you felt like you wanted to wear more of your collection, now's a really good time. I've got to tell you, because I know that you will understand. Yesterday I bought two. I've got a Stacker's jewellery box, and I bought 2 more of the sort of, if you've got a stacker you'll know, if you haven't I'll try and explain it properly. There, so the trays in my stacker are like that, stack, and I bought 2 smaller ones which stack, but they go that way. Does that make sense? So they kind of make one tray between them, but they're 2 separate pieces. So I put those in, and I spent a very satisfying about an hour just, mixing my jewellery around and making it so, oh yeah, we've got blue John there and I can see the silver there. Oh, and it looks so lovely, and I was so happy with it. Because I do that, obviously we do that at the shop all the time, because we need to decorate the windows at dawn and we need to do all that kind of thing. But often at home, I don't do that. So I thought, oh yeah, we'll have a little play. And then I thought, oh, I need to take my jewellery off now I've come in. So I took my jewellery off, and I'm so used to, because you do things automatically, don't you, when you're getting ready. So of course I'm so used to picking these trays up, so I just went like this to pick them up. Oh, but I picked them up with the 2 new the 2 new trays at the bottom, and of course they're not 1 tray, they're 2. So they went like that, and they tipped all the jewellery all over the floor. Oh, I might have sworn a little bit, please don't judge me. Oh, honestly. So everything went, and it was fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it was fine because it's, it's my jewellery and it's okay. It's, it was a soft landing, so that's all right. And it was okay, but it was just really, I've just had such a good time putting all those together. And then because I had other stuff to do yesterday evening, I didn't have time to do it all again. So I just kind of went, okay, well, it's got to go just in as it is now. So yeah, I thought that you might, you know me, so you would understand that. Oh, honestly, sometimes I just lose my mind. It was quite funny afterwards. It was not funny at the time. So I've got to do that again now, which is good fun. It's I enjoy it, but honestly, I was not happy at the time. Have you ever done anything like that? Tell me it's not just me. Anyway, so I've been sorting my jewellery out, and if my point is, it's a good time in the summer to sort your jewellery out and bring some new pieces out. So all of your plain silver is a good time to wear that. Give it a little polish up. Find the cloth that you find in your glasses case. We'll bring that up nicely. I have got cloths to adorn if you want to. I think I've got a couple left. I always forget to order more in, but I should do that. But yeah, if you want a cleaning cloth, then you can come and buy those. But most silver, to be honest, the cloth that you'll find in your glasses case, you give it a good polish and some elbow grease in there, and that will bring it up really, really nicely. So nice and gentle. Don't need to faff about with putting it in water or anything like that. It will just come up really nicely. Silver's wonderful like that. It expects little and gives much, silver. But as I always say, and I'll tell you if you're buying jewellery as well, that if you're cleaning jewellery, especially silver, then don't do it just before you're about to go out. So if you've got a special piece that you'd like to wear and you think, oh, that's an easy clean, don't leave it till just before you go out, because what makes the jewellery sparkling will make you absolutely filthy, and it'll, yeah, all your fingers will be black. Oh, and it's not good when you're about to go out. But yeah, so now's a good time to change up that jewellery and get a nice fresh feeling. Go through what you've got and maybe change your earrings if you don't change your earrings all that often. Then now's the time to change them. You can change them over, put some nice summery ones in. And my top tip, as I've told you before, is if you are wanting to wear more jewellery, then decide what you're going to wear the evening before and put it out with your clothes, because then it'll be there and you'll be straight in there. And then, because I know when we're getting dressed normally, we're sort of, yeah, we go for our favourites, don't we? I've just put my starfish ring back into the mix. And obviously I've taken it off, but I've added the new bangle in. But all the other pieces that I'm wearing, I think she says as she checks them, yeah, are ones that I've had for ages. So talk, the pear-shaped blue john earrings, blue john ring, labradorite midi ring I've had for ages, spinning ring I've had for ages, the pebble ring, okay, that's fairly new. I'm loving wearing that, by the way. That's a really nice piece. I'm going to bring some more of these in probably when we get back from our holiday. But back to this piece. So that is that gorgeous Greek key bracelet, £245, that one. Really nice and comfortable, very, very wearable, and just a little bit fabulous if you want to add something in to your collection for summer. Now, let me show you the blue john. Oh, so excited about the blue john. I always love to have new pieces. So my designer, if you know, sometimes he sends me pieces on spec. I always keep them. He knows I always keep them. But we play this game where he says, see if you like them. And I go, okay, I'll see. And then I love them and then I keep them, which he knows I'm going to do. Because he makes such amazing pieces. He's never ever, touch wood, he's never ever sent me anything that I thought, oh no, what were you thinking? Yeah, he's a fab designer. So let me show you the new pieces. So I've got a new fob to show you today. Look at the purple in here. I just love this purple. So really nice contrast. It's got a little bit of the brown in there. Pauline says, I love that pebble ring. Noticed it on your live. Thank you, Pauline. A couple of weeks ago. Thank you. She's a fairly new piece, this one, part of our Seaside collection. So yeah, I'm going to bring her back in after holidays. So I'll have her in lots of different sizes then. So we've got a nice decorative bale, very Celtic. Can you hear the puppies? They're running about upstairs. Exciting times. There must be something going on out the window. Oh, and I must say hello to Leslie. Hello, Leslie. I know that you watch, but you don't comment. So I'm sending lots of love to you. Hello. And the boys say hello too, wherever they are upstairs, being them crazy. Yeah, there you go. See, barky times now. So the gorgeous Celtic bale on there. On the back, we've got a fabulous Whitby jet. Something else that goes with absolutely everything. It's such a hard-working gemstone. Linda says, go on, fool him and send one back. Yeah, perhaps I should. Perhaps I should just send the parcel and say, oh, I don't know what you were thinking. All these are dreadful. And he wouldn't believe me. And I might send them back and he might keep them. And then I may not get them back. Yeah, I might do that one day as an April Fool's, just to see what happens. So the Whitby Jet, just absolutely gorgeous. Very, very classic. Wonderful. Looks fabulous if you want to layer with pearls, because that kind of monochrome with the Whitby Jet and pearl just looks sensational. I absolutely adore that. And then we've got one of our nice belchers there, a nice belcher chain. You could go thicker with your chain if you wanted to, which would just add a little bit to the price, and we can pop that on a nice snake chain for you. I can also pop her on a Prince of Wales or a Figaro chain as well if you prefer. Nice feature hallmarks around the side, which just make the piece, I think, an all-round a beautiful piece. £185 this one, 185. Pauline says, fabulous pendant. Thank you, Pauline. Georgina says, wow, stunning piece. Thank you, Georgina. Leslie says, very versatile. Thank you. Amanda says, I love Blue John and Jet. Me too. Absolutely gorgeous. I love, love, love that. And they're so to the two British stones, Derbyshire stone, Yorkshire. I know Whitby Jet's not a stone, but kind of is. Fossilised monkey puzzle tree. But I think they make a wonderful combination. I love them. So £185, that one, 185. That's including the chain. And then a gorgeous brooch. Absolutely gorgeous. Very contemporary. I love the setting on this. And those beautiful lilacs as well. So gorgeous veins and striations through there. A little bit of the browny yellow in there as well, which is very unusual. This, you can see the reflection of my light in there. So a fabulous, we've closed the back on that one, and that makes the colours really pop. And there's a nice safety roll catch on there at the back. I do apologise because you can see my fingerprints on there, so we'll polish her all up. And she's just an absolutely beautiful piece. She's not too heavy, so although she's a nice statement brooch, she's not going to weigh down too much, so you'll be able to put her on there. Amanda says brooch looks amazing. Thank you, Amanda. And obviously with the oval orientation, you can wear her as she's designed here, and you can also wear her with a north to south orientation as well if you decide. And she looks super wonderful here. You can pin her onto your lapel. She can go onto a hat if you like that. Brooches are so versatile and I absolutely love them. £95 this one. £95 and a beautiful, beautiful piece. And then speaking of beautiful pieces, look at the Blue John in here. And look at this piece. It's almost like a Superman, like a shield shape. Helen says, I love you say British. Thank you, Helen. Oh, that's very lovely. Yes, definitely. And we've got the deep Blue John down at the bottom. We've got the lighter purple up here. And just wonderful, wonderful. Look at these zigzags coming across. A really clever design for this piece of Blue John, because it's all those kind of dramatic points and those peaks and troughs, and it's all about angles. You can see these in the gemstone, all of those angles in there. A really unusual bail. Now, we've done this bail a couple of times before. It's not for everybody. If you're not a fan of an embellished bail, then this one won't be for you. But it does add to the piece, I think. It makes it look just so different. And it kind of pulls your eye in. Everything's heading to this point down here, which is a really deep, deep purple. Linda says, fabulous, looks like a butterfly. Yes, I can see that. She does, doesn't she? Amanda says, would look lovely on a talk. Oh, yes, she would, wouldn't she? Leslie says, wow, that's very different. Thank you. Amanda says, oh my, absolutely gorgeous. Shall we try her on the talk just to see? She's a nice size, and you'll be able to see those nice sizes when I put her on. I know sometimes when I'm showing pieces it's a little bit difficult to see them in context as to how big they actually are. There, so that's how she is on a talk. Just make sure she's sitting straight. So you're right, Amanda, she does. She looks fabulous. gorgeous. Love her. And she's presented on one of our Belcher chains. Now we can have her on a 16, 18 or 20-inch chain. I can go longer, but it'll be a slightly different style of chain. So 22, 24 I've got now for you. So if you do want a longer chain, that's possible now. When I put them online, I'll be putting those options on there. And of course, if you come into Adorn, come and visit me in the shop, you'll be able to see those options as well. Just ask, and we'll pop those out for you. So that's her on the 18-inch. So if I was wearing her, I would just need a slightly lower dress, or I'd have her on a shorter chain to just sit her higher. But look at what an amazing statement piece she is. Absolutely beautiful. Now, you and I both know that she's a holiday pendant, don't we? We know that I'm going to turn around, so have a guess as to what's on the other side. I'll just bring her in to show you again while you're guessing. So we've got another gemstone on the other side, just checking to make sure that I'm not, that I haven't turned around when I've taken her off. Georgina says, looks lovely, thank you. Becky says, beautiful, thank you. Amanda says, amazing, thank you. So what do we think? What's on the other side? It is Labradorite. And look at what a gorgeous piece of Labradorite that is. Just sea and sky, water and earth. I just love this piece. We've got gorgeous blues in there, greens in there. Absolutely sensational. I just love this. And this piece of Labradorite's been set so beautifully, really, really glows. And do you remember I had a chat about the Labradorite, and I said it's just gorgeous, and can we see a few more pieces in there? And that's been definitely taken on board with these beautiful, I mean, they're absolutely stunning. They're just stunning. Amanda says, I guess right. Yay! Oh, well done, Amanda. Yes, absolutely beautiful Labradorite. We've got the feature hallmarks on the side there. And just this just wonderful pendant. Absolutely gorgeous. I love Labradorite. The memory stone. Hence I've got such a big piece on my hand to see if it works. A nice generous bail on there. So as Amanda said, we could easily put that on a tour, because you've seen you could choose a thicker chain should you want to. If you want to pop a thicker chain on any of our pendants, you can always do that. I can pop this onto a snake chain, as I mentioned, or a Prince of Wales, or a Figaro, or something like that, if that's what you'd like. Pauline says, fabulous. Thank you, Pauline. What a beautiful piece she is. Now, she is £225. She's 225, and that's including the chain, of course. Absolutely wonderful. Then let me show you this beautiful Blue John bangle. Now, we've been bangles for the last couple of weeks, haven't we? We've had a lot of arm candy, a lot of wrist candy coming in. I just think this is a wonderful, wonderful piece. It's very light for Blue John. So we've got the lilacs in there, the wisps of this beautiful yellowy brown running through. Really nice patterns with the veins in there, and just look, you could dive into this piece, couldn't you? It's such an interesting piece of Blue John. Really lovely. So it's a gorgeous oval shape, so the oval for eternity, of course. It's a slightly bigger bangle, and oval again, so she'll fit really nicely on your wrist. And as I've said often enough, this will fit so nicely onto your wrist and nice and easy to put on as well, because we've got that little side clip, and she goes on and off with just a squeeze. So let me pop my bangles off, and I'll show you just how easy she is to put on. So remember, with these bangles, or with any bangles that you're going to fasten, gravity is your friend. So put them onto your wrist and have that facing down, and then we're going to squeeze at the widest point of the bangle. So it's a squeeze and then fasten up. There we go. And that's on there. I always nearly get a fit of the giggles when I say, because honestly, it's doom, isn't it? If you say, this is so easy to do. But there she is on the wrist. So that's how she's going to sit there on me. So again, just that slightly bigger circumference. And we've got Blue John bangles in all of our sizes that we do now. So we've got the smaller ones, medium ones, and the large ones. So come and have a little try and see what you think. And yeah, it's just so comfortable to wear. Honestly, it's one of my favourite bangles, as you know, to wear, the Blue John one that I've got. This one is £215, 215. And then let me show you our last one. And let me tell you how much I do not want to put this in my window. You'll understand it when you see in a minute. Look! It's a Labradorite bangle. And I know that I love every single Labradorite piece that comes through the door. But look what a good match she is for my ring. I mean, yeah, don't worry. She is going on display. I just love this piece though. A really nice, bright piece of Labradorite again. Those blues and greens, those gorgeous flashes going through there in that gorgeous style of bangle. Georgina says, oh, love it. Thank you. Becky says, wow, that's beautiful. Georgina says, gorgeous shape. Thank you. Becky says, I think I will have to try on a Blue John bangle. I think you might have to. Definitely. Yeah. Amanda says, beautiful colours. Thank you. Linda says, beautiful. Pauline says, fabulous. Oh, thank you. Yes, I do love this piece as well. Absolutely gorgeous. So nice and easy to put on again. So again, the widest point. Let gravity be your friend. So round your arm and then just a little clip and in she goes, and she's nice and easy to fasten, she says. There we go. So no need to speed that up. So again, she's sitting quite low on my wrist, so she's a slightly bigger bangle. So if you're looking for that wider fitting, then this is a really nice one for you. And that gorgeous piece of Blue John in there. And as you, Labradorite in there. I'm so used to. I haven't done this bangle in Labradorite before, and I just think it's sensational. I absolutely love it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, and gorgeous. £245 this one, 245. And again, we've got those hallmarks on the back because it's silver, all handmade, all made in Sheffield. Love it. Nolene says, fabulous. Thank you, Nolene. Linda says, gorgeous. Thank you. Kathleen says, love it. Thank you. Absolutely wonderful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Look at those colours being picked up there. And that's my show tonight. I hope you've enjoyed these gorgeous pieces as much as I've enjoyed showing you. We're at Adorn tomorrow. Here's the Friday Night Naughties. Hello. Ooh, something's going on out there. It's just running through. Moriarty's come running through. So we're at Adorn tomorrow. That's Saturday from 10 until 5. Now then we're on holiday for 4 days. We're back on the 5th of July. So back open on the 5th of July. So don't worry, I'm going to vote. I'm not missing out voting on the 4th. So yeah, we're back open on the 5th of July, which is the Friday. So Friday night live, and I'll do a tour while I'm away if you'd like me to do that of where we're staying. We've got a little chalet this time, and we're just up the coast from Mablethorpe, which is called Trusthorpe, where we're going, which sounds very pretty. It isn't somewhere I've been before, and our friend lives in Mablethorpe, so we'll be catching up with him, which I'm very excited to do because we've not seen him for a while. And other than that, it will just be beaches and puppies, and we'll just be on the beach with the Cairns. That is the plan, whatever the weather. So keep your fingers crossed for me, because I'd like it to be warm but not too warm, so they can just run up and down the beach, and it'll be fabulous. But I'll take you with me anyway. I'll send, you know, I won't try not to do too much spam, but I'll do, hello. That's Maury. I'll do a little tour of where we're staying so you can see and see what you think. Lily says, yes, please. Becky says, enjoy your hollybobs. Thank you. Kathleen says, lovely show. Amanda says, have a lovely time. Great shows, Linda. Very enjoyable, says Georgina. Thank you all. So lovely. And thank you so much for joining me as well. I really love having your company on Friday night. It's just fabulous. It's the highlight of my week. Thank you very, very much. I'm sending lots of love then from my home to yours. And remember, until next we meet, eat, sleep, sparkle, repeat. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. See you soon.